Philly Dom coming to you live and direct. I'm on the live today just to talk with you guys, see how everybody doing, updating you guys, letting you know my movements, where I'm at, what I'm doing, what I'm up to. This is a faceless live. I'm gonna start doing them, seeing some guys in patio, Pattaya, potato, doing these type of lives. But I'm here to talk with you guys. It's early morning out here. I'm presently right now. I'm in Cambodia. Phnom. I'm in Cambodia. Their capital city here. Just woke up. Got here yesterday. Didn't record too much. Just walked around. Got a friend here with me, so just walked around with him. Let him see the town. Let him feel the vibe out of Phnom, Cambodia. A lot of people don't come to Cambodia. A lot of people don't know about Cambodia like that. When you think of Asia, you're thinking of Vietnam. You're thinking of Thailand. You're thinking of obviously Japan, Korea, the Philippines, even Bali. But somewhere in the mix, Cambodia gets overlooked. Uncle say, yo, Philly, we gotta hang out. Where are you at, man? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at in the world? Where are you at in the world? Let me know. But we can definitely do that one of these days. Always talk to everybody, hang out with everybody. I'm one of them cool dudes like that. Like to know the people that watch the channel. And, I'm just a cool person, man. So you let me know, you let me know, you let me know, you let me know. And we'll hang out. But there's a lot on my mind, man, still stressing, with the YouTube, with the content, it's frustrating. With the content, I can definitely tell you guys, I think that the YouTube travel space is definitely changing. Definitely changing. So yeah, in a couple months, I definitely will go back to Alaska to work, definitely. And I'll be there for a while, maybe even a little longer than I was this time, because it's just, when you're on the road, everything it's not adding up right now with the content, And I'm at a crossword. I said a crossworks. I'm at a crosswalk. I'm at a crossroad. I really like doing the travel content, but when I do like controversial videos and stuff, they do a lot better. But when you do controversial videos, I'm a person, I put my heart and soul into something. When you do controversial videos, you can talk about, there's a lot of stuff to talk about what's going on just in the States, just people know, what's going on. Jay, what's up, man? Jay, what's up? There's a lot of stuff going on in the States, A lot of stuff going on in the States, So it seemed like people, they care about travel and stuff like that. But a lot of people care about what's going on in the news. People gravitate to controversy, and I know this, but to me, it's like mentally and physically taxing when you do them type of videos. Like I watch some content creators, they do them videos day in and day out. I don't know how they can. I don't know how they can do it. I don't know how they can do it because it's just, it's like you being a news reporter, independent news reporter, and you're just giving. It's always like some kind of accident or somebody got hurt or this country is going having problems with that country, and for some reason that type of content sells. People don't, they're not, you know, gravitating to like the travel space. I was talking to one of my Jamaican friends yesterday, and he was saying the same thing. Shout out to Tone. He was saying that you know, people are not really, back in the day when I started doing travel content, you know, I guess 2018, 2019, it was a little different then, you know what I mean? But everybody in that grandmom have a camera now. Everybody in that grandmom is trying to do videos and stuff like that. So you know, it's shifting. The content is shifting. You know, you still have some channels that are doing good and stuff like that, but um, I don't know. It's not the same feel. Like I'm not burnt. I won't say I'm burnt out on a travel video, but it's just, you know, going to these countries and going to these different places. It's rough. It's rough. Being away from friends, family for long times is rough. You know, and you know, I'm not getting. And it's not just me. I'm not gonna say it's just me, but as a whole, as a travel space, a lot of travel content creators. Now, some that are doing real good. You know, it's always gonna be that few or that number of people that's doing good, but when it's not as cool. So I don't think travel vlogging is over with. It's just so many people doing it, and then there's a lot of people. You know, they taint it. They're tainting the travel space because you know everybody that has a camera now, they'll go somewhere and they'll say so much good what's going on in the country, and they might only been in the country for like a week. You understand what I'm saying? It's like somebody saying they want to visit every country in the world, which is a heck of a goal. Like it's an amazing goal for you to visit every country in the world. That even if you visit over 100, that's like that's like amazing in itself. But to like visit every country in the world, that's like mind blowing. But somebody to say they visit every country in the world, do they really know about every country in the world? It's impossible. They might have passed through for a couple of days to say, I was in, you know, this country, or I was in that country. But, you know, I don't know, there's a lot on my mind, you know, but I'm going to keep pushing with the content. But, like, I know when I was doing the, like, New York migrant crisis, like, you hear me bring that up all the time, man. I'm so proud of that I was able to do that, man. Shout out to my boy from Philly that gave me the idea. Shout out to my brother, Big Hawk, Yonkers native, that gave me that idea. So, you know, it's just, you know, it's a lot on my mind, man. It's a lot on my mind, you know. I try to keep it, you know, keep it real with you guys and keep it raw. It's just a lot of stuff not adding up, so I gotta pivot. You have to pivot with this. You gotta pivot with this. Jay said Sunshine Soldiers is doing good on his channel, but his subject matter is revealed. He makes 2,500, 2,005 per month, which is pretty good money. I mean, it's a lot more. Content creators make a lot more, but I mean, I think he's retired, so he has a pension and stuff like that. My boy AR said, "Are you good?" Yeah, I'm good, man. Just letting you, you know, letting you guys know what's going on, man. It's a lot of stress. You know, I'm sitting here laying in my bed at the hostel where I'm at in Cambodia. You know, just be thinking about stuff, you know. And, you know, you guys are, you know, my fam, you know, so I talk to you guys. I let you guys know what's going on and everything, man. Yeah, a lot of people, Jay was saying a lot of people, yeah, they focused on current events and stuff like that. So sometimes when you do travel, like it takes a back seat to that, you know. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I was doing that migrant crisis. You know, I really loved doing it, but it was getting like really depressing, man. It's getting depressing doing the migrant crisis because you know what's really going on, and you know what the situation is. You know, because I was like day in and out, day in, day out, putting videos out. You know, going to the different shelters, talking to the migrants. It was mentally taxing on me. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, but the world, like Jay said, the world is based on people like controversy. They like drama. They like to know, they like to know what's going on. Like I'm here in Cambodia, and then Rihanna the singer. Somebody, everybody know what happened with Rihanna. I don't even like talking about this type of stuff, but yeah, somebody, I guess they shot at her house or something like that while she was in there. Like people like hearing stuff like that. They like the controversy. I don't like that because I know she has kids and I know she has a husband, and I don't want to see nobody in that type of predicament. But I guess it's the price of fame. You got people that maybe might be envying you, maybe jealous of you if you're famous like that. I don't know the details of it, but controversy is definitely what sells. Like people like the current events, like the news and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, Peter, he does good. He does good. He does good with his videos. He does good. He does good, but um, he does good with his videos. I like Peter, man. I got nothing to say but positive about Peter, man. I watch all his videos, man. But he does have the blueprint. Like I said, it's certain content creators, their content is really, really doing good. So, what I mean? They gonna make it in the travel space. Like Peter, if you guys don't know Peter, he goes around and he travels. He goes outside the U.S., but mainly he does videos within the U.S. and he goes and he interviews people. Like his last video, he was in Savannah, Georgia. Shout out Savannah, Georgia. I got family there. Got camp folks there in Savannah, Georgia, and he went around with I don't know if the guy was a pastor. I don't know, was he a government official there? He went around with some black guy and he just showed them Savannah and they talked about Savannah, Georgia. Drive around in a car, they walk around, and that's his content. He does good with that. He does good with that type of content. Chen said big Philly, yes indeed. Chen said I'm still waiting on you to come to Costa Rica. I've been to Costa Rica, but I just never been there and met up with you. But I've been to Costa Rica a couple of times. But yeah, I'll get there one of these days, man. I'm just trying to figure this out, man. Trying to figure this out because I still have to work in the States and still make money. I got a lot of responsibilities and stuff on my back, no matter what I do. So at one time, doing the content, even if I was in New York or LA or Philly, or Jersey, or I don't know, Belize, Dominican Republic, Haiti, El Salvador. Shout out to El Salvador. I was still able to do pretty good with the content. But now these days, I gotta just gotta reshift my focus, man. I gotta reshift my focus, man. It's a lot going on, man. A lot going on, man. So, but my heart is with the travel content. That's my heart. I've been traveling my whole life. Did missionary work as a kid with my family. Been to other countries doing missionary work as a kid. I've been traveling my whole life. I've been traveling my whole life. So it's like, man, the pivot and, still be in the space, but do different types of videos. Other people tell me I should do reaction videos, but a lot of them reaction videos be like negative stuff. Like you find something like a negative subject and then you give your opinion on there. I don't know. I like to be in a happy space, in a good place. Like I said before, people are like, oh, Philly, man, you always repeat yourself. You always repeat yourself, man. You always repeat yourself. I like to just be in a happy place when I do content and stuff. But just traveling and going to different places that makes me happy. But I just gotta reshift my focus with the content. But I like doing the travel videos. That's where my heart is at. But it has to make sense. It has to make sense. And right now, it's not making sense. I'm giving you the raw and real. It's not making sense at the moment. The channel's not getting pushed like it did before. And people are like, oh, you need to change this and you need to edit this. My channel always been based on me being real and raw. I got away with it this long. That's just my style. You know what I mean? The way I walk around with the camera, and I just put the camera on. I'm not a scripted type of YouTuber that script everything and just show good face for the camera and all that. I'll just let you know what's really going on around me. And I pride myself on that because a lot of people are getting deceived because people just want to show they just want to show the perfect scenes and the perfect this, and then when you get to these places and these countries and whatever, it's a little it's some of it is the same, but it's a little different. Yeah, Jay said, yeah, don't be afraid of controversy. If you want to make money on YouTube, you got to do what you got to do, man. Even sometimes when it doesn't make you feel good or make you or makes you depressed. Yeah, that's what happened with the migrant content. People wanted me to keep pushing me because I did the migrant content. With the migrant crisis. I even went to Colorado, did videos in Colorado, man. I even was gonna go to Chicago and do videos there. I got a bus ticket from New York to go to Chicago, Greyhound, to go up there during the migrant crisis. And I had some cousins, a cousin from Savannah come in town, so I was like, man, I just hang out with him. And so I didn't go up to Chicago to do it, but I was all in. You know what I mean? Independent news guy, Philly Dime, independent journalist. And then, once the migrant crisis situation was under control, then, we had the president, Trump came into office, and then the ICE situation took over from there. And I know if I would have just stayed like in New York and just focused on that, the channel would have been doing good. But people just want you to focus on controversy. But yeah, I hear you, Jay. I hear you, Jay, man. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to everybody in the live, man. This is a new format I'm using. I got it from my boy TMI, man. You guys got to check out TMI. Like he kind of real raw and real, but he my homie. That's my boy. That's another content creator. He does these faces lives like I'm doing right now, and he talks about everything that goes on. So I take a little bit from everybody. I took that from TMI Santiago. He's a YouTuber, but his channel is really, really, really raw and real, and he talks like it's just you and him in the room. You know what I mean? I try not to like curse and stuff on my channel and stuff like that. That's why y'all see me when I do the videos. I try to, bleak out the music. If it's cursing, I don't catch every curse word, but my channel has never been built on people coming on there and cursing a lot on the channel. So I'm still, I'm trying to keep it that way. And then I got friends, I got relatives, and I want them to be able, to play the video if they have their kids there or their family there. You don't want to have all that cursing and stuff like that. So I try to keep my channel a little, I try to keep it, from that. Plus, I'm not sure all the way because I see some big content creators, they curse and stuff in their videos, and their videos still do good. I don't know if YouTube docks you if it's too, if it's too wild, if it's too crazy. Straight said, bro, get real TMI, just be talking. No, he talking. I mean, he's just talking like his everyday life. Like if you was with TMI and you was hanging out with him, I mean, that's the same way he would talk if the camera wasn't on. So for him to come on camera, he just doing that. I always tell him to slow down on the cursing and stuff like that because I don't want his channel to get taken down because they taking people channels down now and stuff like that. So you have to be real careful what you say. Like even my channel, like people was trying to. I remember last year somebody was trying to say like I'm a passport bro. I'm not a passport bro. I've been traveling way before that. I've been doing content way before that. But since it was a influx of a whole bunch of black guys traveling from the States and Europe, Canada, and wherever other points they're coming from, um, they like to put us all in one box. But no, I really like traveling. Like I said before, I did missionary work as a kid. I traveled my whole life, so putting a camera in front of my face and recording my travels was just a plus. And then there's another plus that I get paid for it. So it's a blessing, man. But I'm gonna keep pushing with this. Sometimes you need to vent, you need to air your grievances out and stuff like that. But I know it gets frustrating when you put videos out and they don't get that many views and stuff like that. And then we have haters out there. People want to see you fail. People want to laugh at you. There's people listening right now. A lot of people are like, oh, Philly, don't focus on the haters, man. Don't be like that, man. John, I'm looking at comments in here. John said, Thailand content seems played out. I mean, it might be your opinion. I mean, people still do videos there and stuff like that. That's why with my channel, I got my boy on there, B. I mean, he lived there for 2 years, so he sees the good, the ugly, and the bad of any country. You know what I mean? So he just, he's keeping it real about, Thailand. I feel like, Thailand still has a lot of good stuff to offer to the world and stuff like that. But I know they're losing with the tourism and stuff right now. I know Thailand is losing with the tourism. I guess their tourism is down and stuff like that. But I mean, they're competing with places like Vietnam, and Cambodia is up. I'm coming to you live and direct from Cambodia, and Cambodia is up and coming. Like I said, a lot of people overlook Cambodia, but right now the Asian hotspot is Vietnam. Vietnam just broke a record in tourism last year for 2025. They had the most tourism they ever had in that country, and I'm happy for them, man. I'm happy for Vietnam to be able to to shine like that. You know what I mean? I always want to see a country in a positive light, and they're just getting stronger and stronger. And they selling that the country is really cheap, and the food is affordable, and the drinks are affordable, and this is affordable, and that's affordable, and that's affordable, and this affordable, and that's actually true, man. I'm there. It's actually affordable. Rich said you in Alaska. No, I'm not in Alaska yet, but I definitely will have to go back to Alaska. Definitely. Um, One, I'm not burnt out, man. It's just, I mean, I got over 4,500 videos. You know what I mean? I'm not burnt out. It's not burnt out, but when you're putting out videos, you do it because I do it for the love. You know what I mean? I do it for the love of it, but at one time, this was my full-time job. You know what I mean? And then when I, went back to Alaska to work in the seafood processing industry, I actually miss putting out videos. Now, when I was up in Alaska working, I was putting out videos and stuff like that, but I couldn't really put out videos like I wanted to because of my hectic work schedule up there in Alaska. We worked a lot of 12-hour shifts in Alaska, so my shift was from it was like 6 in the evening. No, like 7. Let me tell you, it's like 7. I think, no, it was like 6. I'm going to say 7 o'clock. 6, between 6 and 7 o'clock, I could go in and I'll work till like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And that was like my routine and stuff like that. I wrote a book on it. I wrote a book on working in Alaska in the seafood industry. I thought I have some, inspiration to write another book, but right now I don't feel the inspiration to write another book on seafood processing yet. I thought I would because a lot changed because the last time I worked in the seafood industry was 2019. And then I went back, it was 2025. So a lot changed. They upgraded a lot, they got the computers and the robots and the different stuff. It's a little different than it was before. It was a more hands-on job back in the day. So, that took a lot out of me to go to Alaska. I was blessed. I ended up getting a good job there to work. So that was a blessing by God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in, Jesus doesn't make no mistakes. God makes no mistakes. So everything worked out for me. But they wanted me to come back up in February, but I just needed more time to, see about the travel space. But to be honest with you guys, to be real with you guys, probably when I go back up and I don't know, I can go back up next month, the month after that. I probably just worked there full time for like a year. We get breaks in between, so I have like 2 or 3 months off, like come like November, December, January, and then probably go back up there in February. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know, but it's a lot of the world to explore. I'm glad and I'm happy that I was, able to come to Asia and travel there. Each said, keep pushing, Philly. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing, man. You know me, I'm gonna keep pushing, man. Just it's a lot. I'm gonna keep pushing, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm definitely, I'm no, I'm not a quitter. My parents didn't raise no quitter. What is it? Ski mask. You said no more truck. No, man. Um, I told everybody I would go half and half anyway, because like I said, I got a lot of responsibilities and stuff like that. And when you have responsibilities and stuff, I don't want to get in detail about everything. I mean, you got to make decisions that are smart. Like I said, I can pivot and do the controversial videos and do have a YouTube channel and talk trash about other black content creators and stuff like that. Them channels do good. You have YouTubers in our space, man, that they gossip about other YouTubers, other black celebrities, and they tell all that dirt and all that gossip, and they make real good numbers. But it's just not in me to gossip and talk bad about people and air all that laundry out, good or bad, air all that laundry out. Just I'm a happy guy. Traveling is happy, you get to see the world, get to eat exotic foods, you get to go to exotic places. You have a friend of like I don't was a you have a big group of friends from all over. I have friends in so many different countries now, man. I got friends in El Salvador. I got tons of friends in Brazil. I got friends in Belize that always call me and talk to me like every day. I got friends, man, all over Argentina, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, all throughout Mexico. Back in the day, before I opened up my YouTube channel, I had a house in Mexico, in the Tijuana, Mexico area. So I've been doing this thing for a while, bro. Even before the camera family, even before the camera, I've been doing a lot. Yeah, somebody else said, Nelson said, gossip channels are not for me. It's not for me, yeah, to gossip. Like my boy, I am Maya, man. It's African YouTubers, man. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. It's African YouTubers that just follow his channel and pick apart everything in his life, everything in his sister's life, his brother's life, his mom's life, his dad's life, his uncle's life, his girlfriend's life, his wife, like everything, man. I'm just not like that, man. I'm just not into gossiping. I'm not. I'm more. I can talk about controversy, like current events. But like I said, like you can just regurgitate. You can watch the news and see what's going on. You can regurgitate that on your channel and just put your spin and put your twist on there. But usually, the news is negative. It's not like, oh, a kid from Africa scored a perfect score on their SATs. Like it's always somebody got hurt, somebody's unalive, somebody lost their job, somebody's going to jail, somebody has some kind of sickness they can't get over. It's always something. These two countries are going to war. It's always something like that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and it's just not me, man. It's not me. Like I said, I'm a happy person, man. Nelson said, I wonder why you didn't go to the factory trawlers like American seafood. It's way more money. it's hard to get in with American seafood. You know what I mean? Think they want like you have 5 years experience, which I do have that, but I have a lapse in my seafood processing because I did it from what is it 20? I'm gonna say 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Then the YouTube blew up, the channel blew up, and my main my main income was coming in from travel. So 20 late 2019 to 2025 until I went back up to Alaska in 2025. I was making enough money to just to stay myself, but it wasn't like my channel. I've never like I wrote a book, man. I wrote a book. If you go to Amazon, guys, everything I talk about, you can check. I got books, so you can fact check me on it. You know what I mean? I got receipts. I wrote a book. I told my truth about YouTube. You can go to YouTube. I mean, you can say you can go to YouTube. You can just go to Amazon, type in Philly Dime, and my Philly Dime YouTube, and the book will pop up. And I told on how much I made, the most I've made per month and stuff like that. But I was blessed. A lot of people helped me out. A lot of people donated and stuff like that. But um, I made enough to sustain myself. But like I said, I got bills, I got responsibilities, and other stuff I have to take care of behind the scenes. So it just has to add up. You know what I mean? But like I said, the travel space is to me is the best space, man, because it's a happy place and you see a lot. And I feel like they need people like Philly Dom because I stay in the hostels. I travel really cheap. You know what I mean? I bus around the countries and stuff like that. I feel like they need people like me because you got people like my boy. Shout out to Passport Heavy. I met him the other day. Jabril, good dude, man, good solid dude. But he used to be like me with backpacking and stuff. But he made a lot of money doing like Facebook ads back in the day and some other stuff. He made a whole bunch of money, and now he does these videos like because he asked me a question, and I could probably answer the question now. He asked me a question. He was like, "What does Passport Heavy?" If you don't know what Passport Heavy is, you guys can just YouTube it. To me, it's like the grandfather of black travel vloggers. Passport Heavy was like out there. Um, Jabril and his brother Fu, and they had a whole crew of them, and they would travel to different countries and stuff like that. But now, since their money is strong and everything, they travel real expensive. So he was trying to when I met him the other day in Thailand, he asked me which should Passport Heavy change. I think they should do more videos that are they can still do their real high end videos because it's a lot of rich people that travel and want to stay in nice places, and they travel with their wife and their kids and their family and stuff like that. But I would say Passport Heavy should do videos that are more realistic for the everyday traveler because it's a lot of people back home in my city of Philadelphia, people in New York City, people in, all over the United States, LA and stuff like that. And if they will watch somebody like a Passport Heavy channel now, because I know his journey and I know what he used to do to what he's doing now, what Jabrel's doing now. That would discourage people because he's staying in like hotels. I remember he went to Brazil a couple of years ago, and I think they rented like a villa. Don't quote me on this. You can go back and check his videos. But they were in Brazil, and I think he stayed in some kind of villa or a hotel, whatever it was. It was like 12,000 a month. It was like a stupid number. Like the average person can't travel like that. You know what I mean? So if you ever watch Passport Heavy channel, tell them Philly Dom said, I think they still do their high end videos, but do more realistic videos for the everyday traveler. Because that's what Philly Dom represents. I represent the everyday traveler. I don't consider myself to be a backpacker and stuff, but I stay in the hostels because it's cheap. I meet people, the camaraderie and everything like that is second to none. I brought my boy here, and he's like a pretty boy, you know what I mean? and he's adjusting to the hostile situation too. And he understands it. He sees it's not that bad as what people paint it to be. But I just, that's the lowest form of traveling. The way I travel, it's the lowest way. And then you have the people that stay in Airbnbs a lot and hotels and stuff like that. But I think that's what Passport Heavy should do. Do more videos like in the middle. They don't have to be the backpacker or the hostel, but it's somewhere in the middle that's affordable travels for people that start traveling throughout the world, man. You know what I mean? But shout out to Passport Heavy, man. Shout out to Passport Heavy. Yeah, I was happy I was able to meet him, man. It was crazy how I met him because I don't know, man. Life is weird how everything goes. I was with my boy B, and he's like, B is the guy that's showing me all of Thailand and stuff. He giving the raw, the real of Thailand. And, he's saying because he's lived there for 2 years. So that day, I told him I wanted to take a taxi, the local taxi. And then a lot of people hit me up and was like, when I did that video, they was like, yo, you the only one that did that. It's a local cheap taxi. I think it might be like 10 baht or something. It's like dirt cheap. And I told my boy B, I got the idea from the guy from Passport Heavy because I remember him being on one of them boats. So we jump on the boat downtown Bangkok, and we go to this place called it's I'm bad with names, guys. You gotta be patient with me sometime, man. Sometimes I just forget. Kosomo Road. And I told him I was the whole time I was like, yeah, first time I saw Kosomo Road, and the video was in Passport Heavy video with Jabril. So we go there, we walk around there. He's telling me what's going on, my boy B, like this is this, that's that, and that. We talking about it. And then when we leaving, I wanted to take a taxi or Uber out of there. He was like, no, we could walk back to the boat, the 10 baht boat. So we walked back to the 10 baht boat. And I'm still telling him, like, I took the boat ride because I like what Jabril did by taking the boat ride. I can't make this up, bro. We're riding on the boat. We get to this one stop. They make all of us get off the boat. And then there's a whole bunch of people standing on the docks. And they tell us we gotta wait for the next boat. While we standing there waiting for the next boat, I look up and it's Jabril from Passport Heavy. I was talking about the dude all day that day, and then he just popped up, man. He just popped up, and I was like, man, I've been watching you forever, man. I remember 2018, 2019. Busting my tail out there in Alaska, man. And, watching the travel videos, they just kept giving you motivation to keep working, like, for a goal or for a reason, man. So I'm happy, man, I was able to meet him, man. That's one of the guys in the space I really wanted to meet, man. And this guy helped me a lot. As far as like motivation and stuff. So man, shout out to Passport Heavy. Cause you work in Alaska, man. It's a lonely, lonely, lonely life working in Alaska. You make money. People are like, oh, I want to go to Alaska, I want to make money. You make money working in Alaska. You're going to make a whole bunch of money. You're going to make a whole bunch of money working in Alaska. You know what I mean? But it's lonely, man, because all you do is work, man. All you do is work, man. You don't have time to call friends. You don't have the time to call family. You just work. Just work, 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 work. Some people are so used to it, that's just all they know. They think it's life, you know what I mean? But it's more to life. You got to do something to make you happy. Now, working in Alaska, if that makes you happy, because some people are motivated by money, you know what I mean? I'm not motivated by money, but I need money to survive. You need money to have a nice car or a nice house, or you need money to be able to travel. If I didn't work in Alaska, this year I wasn't going to be able to travel. So the money I made there helped me a lot in many ways to take care of bills and take care of this and take care of that, but able to travel to take care of family and do what I have to do. Nelson said, Philly, have you heard about working Yellowstone or other national parks seasonal? Better than Alaska and better conditions, mostly lodging, hotel type work, also housing and food. Yeah, it was some guys from Baltimore that work with me and they worked with me in Alaska this year. And some of them were coming from that. They worked in in fact one of them left Alaska to work in what is it? I don't know. I'm about to say Minnesota, but not Minnesota. To work in not Minnesota, what is it? Montana, like on the ski resorts and stuff like that. Yeah, I heard about them jobs. And before I left Alaska, this trip, some guys were telling me this other job that they work, but that job is kind of hard too. My boy from Jersey, man, my boy Lottie from Jersey. Shout out to New Jeru. Work in these type of jobs, like they warehouse jobs, but you just build pallets, But it's hard work, but they make a lot of money. It's a lot of different avenues out there. I just didn't do my research and check into it. Maybe I need to pivot with that, because I'm getting older. You know what I mean? And Alaska is hard work, but it's a lot of people that work in Alaska. It's guys in their 60s, 70s that work out there in Alaska. So you can be any age and work there. You know what I mean? But as you get older, it's more wear and tear, more wear and tear on your body. You don't want to be have that wear and tear on your body. Shout out to my boy Alpha Male, even though you ain't called me back, man. What's up with that? No, but all is well. Shout out to my boy Alpha Male. That's my best homie, man, from way back in the day, man. Kim said, is traveling going to afford you monetary gain for retirement, health care? Um, if you make enough money, you know what I mean? It's travelers, it's content creators that make a lot of money. Like when the travel content is hitting and you making money, yeah, man, you can really put some money away and save and stuff like that. It's another form of making money. A lot of people don't understand it because it's new. Where being a content creator is like new. You know what I mean? But I would say like 70% of us don't make enough money for what you said. But it's like that 30% that make real good money. You know what I mean? I've been blessed. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I travel cheap and stuff like that. But I mean, that's why I'm in Alaska. That's why I keep the Alaska job because you can have insurance and 401k and all that. YouTube don't have a 401k. I mean, obviously you can save money. The hustle with YouTube is when you make real good money with it. You just got to be disciplined and put that to the side because there's people that still making good money with it. You know what I mean? In my opinion, good money on YouTube. In my opinion, other people gonna tell you different. You know what I mean? If you can make if you can make 10 to 20 grand a month on YouTube, that's good money. You know what I mean? And it's guys that are making 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 100 grand, 200 grand a month, and we just talking AdSense revenue. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's there, man. It's there. It's there. You just gotta keep pushing. Like I said, like to go back to the migrant crisis. When I did the migrant crisis videos, man, they made a lot of money for me. You know what I mean? And also I would say like 2021, 2022, 2023, the channel made a lot of money. A lot of money. And then in 2023, and that's crazy, I made more money with less subscribers than I have more subscribers now. This is crazy. And then it slowed down. But it's the AI thing. We got the AI thing going now. It's a lot going on, you know what I mean? The videos that really, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't know if I'm a funny guy like that. The videos, the YouTube content that make the most videos, people will think it's like, finance or business videos. It's not them videos. The videos that make the most money are like skits, like what's the guy name? What's his name? He's from Atlanta, Georgia. What's his name? If you do skits, I can't think of the guy's name from Atlanta, Georgia. Drewski, I think his name is Drewski. Like they do these little skits and stuff like that. Like, you go like in the Walmart or something and you like try to talk to somebody girl and the husband and wife, or you try to come up to them and talk to the girl and stuff like skits. Anything that's like funny that makes people laugh, that's the number one moneymaker on YouTube, like Instagram and stuff. Anything that will make people laugh and be happy, like them type of videos make a lot of money, man. They make a lot of money, man. Kay said truck driving ain't it. You make a lot of money with it. I got some Haitian homies that do truck driving. Shout out to my boy Ricky. Ricky. He's a truck driver now. No, they make money. You make money, but it's like you giving the situation is you giving time away for money. Like in Alaska, you make good money there. Like I made good money in Alaska. But you giving time away, like your time away from family, time away from friends, your own time. You know what I mean? That's what we have to figure out in life. You want to be able to make the maximum amount of money you can make with the least time. You understand? Because, life is not guaranteed for us. You don't know if you're going to die tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to live 100 more years. You don't know. Life is life is not certain. Like you don't know what can happen. You know what I mean? So I understand. I get it. People have kids. They have wives. They have mortgages. They have car payments and stuff. I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? That's the safe way to go. I get it. I get it. But life is bigger than just paying bills. Life is bigger than having a nice house. You know what I mean? You want to have memories and with your loved ones and your friends. You know what I mean? And if you're not a traveler, you don't have to travel. But I always tell people you only live once, so you want to do something in life that makes you happy. You know what I mean? And now some people might be being a workaholic might make you happy. I can't knock you if that's what you into. Being a workaholic, if that's what you into, that's what you into. But you want to do something in life that makes you happy. Like I said, it doesn't have to be traveling. Shoot, it could be in your backyard of your house, setting up a garden. You know what I mean? Everybody has something that they like. Playing chess. I don't know. Reading books. People don't even read books no more, man. Audio books, man. This is crazy. Everything is so microwave now. Everything is so microwaved. Life is like so microwave now. Everything is they gotta do it a certain way. Jay said, "You doing 14 hours of labor in Alaska when you truck drive? You just drive, drop, hook, no hard labor. Next hours you can drive. Every day is only 11 hours." No, I hear you, Jay. I understand you. But that dispatch be on your butt, huh? They want you to drop them loads and get where you gotta go. They don't care about rain, sleet, or snow with the weather, but they want you to get there to get them loads where they gotta go. I understand, man. But yeah, man. Everything is cool, man. Just been doing this. Let's love, doing the content and stuff like that. But yeah, it just has to make sense. It has to make sense, man. Yeah, but going up to Alaska, it was cool. You know what I mean? It humbles you, puts you back in perspective, puts you back in reality, gives you, reality check and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely could find other means and stuff like that. There's so many different ways to make money. I got a cousin in Texas. He does life insurance. He's making money with that. There's so many different ways you can, make money and stuff like that. But I feel personally, I'm talking from my heart. I feel like I was born to be a travel vlog. I mean, it might sound crazy. People might, oh, you're immature. Oh, get a real job, Philly. I had real jobs for years and years and years. But I don't know. I'm comfortable being on the road traveling. I'm comfortable meeting people. I'm outgoing. Um, I don't know. I feel at peace doing this type of job. I feel at peace. I feel at peace. A lot of friends and relatives, like, they don't understand. Their biggest thing is, big house, nice car, and you made it. You know what I mean? Go to college. I don't know. Go to the military. I don't know. Open a business. But, it's different strokes for different folks. Like, I feel real comfortable and at ease, like going to different places. And being a travel vlogger, you're able to be anywhere you want. If I want to be in Philly, I can be there. If I want to be in Belize, I can be there. If I want to be in Queens, New York, I can be there. If I want to be in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, I can be there. I could be anywhere I want to be. Los Angeles, California, Seattle, Washington. As as a travel vlogger, anywhere you go in the world, you can get content. If I'm in Seattle, Washington, I can go to the Pike Street or Pike, whatever. It's their little seafood marketplace there, and I can do content there. And then they have the, and what's the street? Oh man, I'll be losing it sometime. I travel so much, guys. I forget some places, man. Like Pike Street. Somebody help me out. If you in Seattle, they have a main street there. I should know the street. I think it's First Street. I don't know. I can't think of it now, but they have it's a lot going on there because they have that the same problem that we have it in Philly with the people hooked on drugs. So people actually like them type of videos. I did a couple of them videos too, and them videos did all right, but it's once again it's depressing content, man. I'm recording people at their worst on drugs. It's people in my hometown of Philadelphia. We got this place called Kensington. Everybody know Kensington. Kensington is famous now. Kensington is like almost like a landmark when you go to Philly. People are like, oh, take me to Kensington. And you see the people, we call it zombie land and everything. And the people are hooked on the drugs. I did videos like that too. They do good. But they're just like depressing stuff. But as a travel vlogger, you can record anything and everything. Let's see, man. Nelson said, I'm in Miami doing DoorDash and it's busy as hell, yeah. The minute I log on to the app, it's double orders on everything they give me. I make my 150 and I'm out. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. I hear you. So you make 150 a day? I don't do the math on that. Guess this is all right money. That's all right money. And I'm sure some days you make a lot more than that. And then, guys, also I had a job, man. I was working in one of my best jobs too that I like. I worked for the stadium, man, in San Diego, California. If y'all don't know that, if y'all don't know anything about me, remember this one thing: San Diego, California is my favorite city in the world. Don't ask me why. Like you hear what I said? I don't think you guys understand what I just said. My favorite city in the world. I love San Diego. I don't know. When I was there, it was always good vibes there. I met good people there, good food there. Um, I don't know. I like San Diego. I like that San Diego, kind of like that whole area. I don't know. I love San Diego. It's always a good vibe there, man. Anytime I go, like if I come off the road and I go back to the States, I'll go there. It's just like a real chill vibe, man. I love San Diego, California, man. But going back to San Diego, California, I had a good job there too that I like. I worked for the Padres at the stadium. That was a good job, man. That's one of the best jobs I ever had. See, I mean, like some people like working at a stadium. Why was that a good job? I met the baseball players. I could come there to all the games. If anybody know about the Padres Stadium, The San Diego Padres Stadium. They have a nice stadium, man. And I don't know, the vibe was cool there, man. I don't know, man. I can't explain myself. I just like, you know how when you like something, you can't even explain it. If you like a girl, you like a person, or you like going to some, I don't know. It's always good energy for me there in San Diego, California. Another place that I travel to, and I'll be there a lot. And I basically lived in San Diego. I mean, I had a place in Tijuana, Mexico. So all my business and everything I took care of us was in San Diego at one time in my life. Another good place that I like that I get a good vibe from is Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I don't know what it is. It's on the Caribbean side, but when I'm there, I feel that peace. I feel a certain peace when I'm there. So I like that place a lot. People are like, yo, Phil, you gonna stay in Asia for a while? What I like about Asia, man, and Jabari was saying that, Jabril, like I call his right name from Passport Heavy, he was saying that it's a certain peace that you feel here in Asia that I don't feel in other parts of the world. Like in Brazil, that's my number one place. It's my country. It's my number one country, man. I love that place with all my heart. You see, I just did a video with a Brazilian girl. I was so happy to do the video with her, the Muay Thai fighter. But Asia has a certain peace. Like when you out and about, people not yelling, they're not screaming. It could be bumper to bumper traffic, man. You could ask anybody that lived in Asia and hang out in Asia. It could be bumper to bumper traffic, bro, and people don't be bumping their horns, yelling and screaming. We on the trains. Me and my buddy, we the loudest because we from the states, so we be talking. The Asians be quiet. It's like they have this like way about them. They rather be seen and not heard. Like they'll be there, but they don't be yelling and screaming and wilding out, man. So that's what one thing I never understood why people came to Asia and why they like Asia so much. I didn't get it. So now that I'm here, I get it. People come here, it's a certain peace. It's a certain relaxation like that. It's different, man. It's different from what we're used to, in the States. Other people from different parts of the world, but in the States it's different. Shout out to Mexico, man. Let's see. I'm looking at you guys' comments and stuff like that, man. But yeah, I'm coming to you live and direct from Cambodia, the capital city, Phnom, Phnom Penh. I call it Phnom. It's called Phnom Penh. So that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. Video should be out tomorrow. If I ain't lazy, it could be out tonight. But I walk around today. I'm with my buddy. I told him what my buddy B. Everybody know B from Thailand. And I'm stretching my back, guys. Sorry about that. I'm with B, so I'm walking around with him, show him the mall. We're probably gonna go to Texas Chicken because he loves chicken, and he always eats that Kentucky Fried Chicken in Thailand. But guess what? In Thailand they don't have biscuits, so I told him that Texas Chicken. I don't even know if Thailand has a Texas Chicken, but I was put on the Texas Chicken by my boy Army Guy Travels. And we shouldn't eat chicken. You got to worry about your pressure, Philly. And you don't want to get high blood pressure. I understand all that. I get it. I get it. But sometimes you got to indulge. But they have some fried chicken there, garlic chicken at Texas Chicken that I like. And also, they got biscuits. So I want to go there today. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I say when I'm a traveler. I'm a real traveler. Most travelers ain't going to do that. They'll be like, I'm going to go here. I'm gonna go there. They're gonna go to all of the restaurants in that country and stuff like. I do that too, but I know that's where the. Sometimes when you're traveling and you're on the road this long, man, you're not gonna just eat the food from that country. And if anybody telling you that, they lying to you. You know what I mean? You'll see these travel vloggers, ooh, eating all this Vietnam food. They don't eat that every time. Like you mix it up. You know what I mean? In the States, if you're in the States. You mix up the food, you know what I mean? I might eat Haitian food today, Jamaican food the next day, a burger the next day. The day after that, some Mexican food. The day after that, some Greece food. The day after that, I'll eat this, I'll eat that. You mix it up, man. Shout out to my boy King Kong. King Kong and his family. Shout out to them as well, man. My people. Tyrone said, why do you travel to non-first world countries? I don't know. Just the countries I like traveling to. I mean, I've been to some European countries back in the day. I mean, I do travel to first world countries. I mean, earlier last year, I was in Canada. I traveled to Canada and I did videos in Vancouver. That's a first world country. You just got to watch my videos, man. I go everywhere, man. But I was just in Canada. Google Philly Dom, Canada. I'm going to pop up. I was just in Vancouver last year, man. And I'll definitely go to Vancouver again because my cousin, he lives in Seattle, works for Boeing. What is it? He's a plane auto mechanic or engineer, whatever they want to call him. And he's literally like 2 hours away from Vancouver. You know what I mean? He was upset with me the other day, well, a while back when I was staying with him before I had to go to Alaska to work. He's like, man, I lived here for 5 years and I ain't never been to Vancouver, Canada. Well, I went, I just take my time and travel. So I do go to first world countries, man. But who wouldn't want to go to like the Dominican Republic and be sitting on a nice beach in the Dominican Republic or a nice beach in Haiti, man, in Cap Haitian? You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to go to Brazil and be in Rio de Janeiro, sitting on Copacabana Beach, and then sipping on sipping on coconut water, and take that walk to Ipanema Beach. You know what I mean? And then take that trip to LeBlanc. You know what I mean? Or hang out at Rasta Beach. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to go to Salvador Bahia, Brazil, and hang out in Itapuã on a nice, cool beach out there? You know what I mean? I go everywhere. I go everywhere. I have no problem going to Europe and other first world countries. You know what I mean? I go everywhere. I go everywhere. As a content creator, we go everywhere. But it just looks like that because I go to Mexico, and to be on some real, Mexico is a first world country, man. You ever been to Mexico City? Mexico, Guadalajara. They got some nice cities, man. They got some nice cities. Zacatecas. They got some nice places, man. Puerto Vallarta. They got some nice places, man. They got some nice places. They got some nice places, man. But yeah, man, all is well, all is good, man. I'll definitely talk to you guys in a little bit, but I gotta talk to you, gotta let you know how I'm feeling, gotta let you know what's going on with me. I'm gonna do more of these type of lives, man, like this, faceless lives. I think you guys see my ugly face enough. But I could do this in the bed, I could do this walking around, you know what I mean? Just letting you know how I feel and what's going on with me, man. I'm trying to connect with you guys. Make sure you guys share my videos. Make sure you give my videos a like, man. Support your boy, the one and only hostile YouTuber, Philly Dom. But I'm out. We'll talk to you guys later. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're at in the world. Have a blessed day. Whatever you do, put God first. He'll direct your path. And I'm out. Talk to you guys a little later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out.